So I'd like to talk today just a little bit about chaos in the offices. So the way to recognize it would be, perhaps you're having high turnover, high churn, your productivity is low, the days are hard and unpredictable, and frankly, you're just not having a whole lot of fun. I used to come home from work some days and I would tell my wife, well, we won the war today, but we're still losing the battle. If this sounds like you, again, you're going to want to listen to this video. The days can be really hard, and some days you go to bed and you wake up the next morning and your body just feels so heavy. The last thing you really want to do is go in and do it all over again. Now, to some, this may sound like burnout, but frankly, to me, I don't think it's burnout. Burnout to me is when, even when things are going well, you still just don't want to do it again. So to me, this really isn't burnout, because I think that most of you went into dentistry to help people and you still want to do that. So if you could have productive and predictable days with a team that's working towards a common goal, you get into the office, you have great patient care, great clinical excellence with minimal chaos in the office, and you're making some money. I think that this is really what most people want. So what I want you to know in this video is that predictability and stability can be done. So let's take a look at that. Now, I can't fix everything in this very short video. But again, if you're challenged with high churn and turnover in your office, your scheduling isn't predictable, your profitability is lower than what it should be, perhaps your office manager is even making more money than you are, that is not too uncommon sometimes. What I want you to know is that better days are 100% available. So the first thing that you need to do is take a real hard look at your practice and see if you can't identify and prioritize what the top two problems are. Is it staffing? Are you understaffed and you really need to bring people on? So it might be sourcing people, it might be interviewing, it might be creating an offer for people, onboarding and training, it might be those issues. If it's profitability, is it the fact that you're just having too many write-offs because maybe your AR is too high and your insurance isn't being handled properly? Maybe it's your scheduling isn't being done well, and so you're having days where you're doing nothing, and then tomorrow you're so slammed that you can't even take a break for lunch. So the first thing is to really identify where you're having these problems. Collections might be a problem, or people walking out without paying. No-shows and cancellations. What I really want you to do is identify what the top two challenges you're having are. So you can attack those, you can create a plan, implement that plan, and really take action on those two things. And then look, once you identify those two big problems, you're gonna need to get help. You can't do it alone. Dentistry now is just too complex. There's too many moving parts. There's too many things to know. So you've got to find help, either with a coach, a consultant, or a mentor. And then the last thing is you've got to learn how to lead. You have to become a leader that people love to follow. Step number one in being that leader, well, lead yourself. Be responsible. Hold yourself to a higher account. Be a person of integrity. Say what you mean and mean what you say, and then do it. And look, here's the last thing I'm going to say about this, and you're not going to like it very much. Forget about the work-life balance. There really is no such thing. There's only life. You figure out how to balance it. But the bottom line is that if your office is in chaos and you need to fix it, it will take time, and you may miss a few things. But trust me, there's nothing wrong with a little hard work. You will look back on it after you've fixed these problems, and you will be proud. So in review, controlling the chaos in your office is in a few places. One, you're going to have to evaluate your systems and see if those systems are working well or whether the people aren't using the systems. Two, you're going to need to learn how to schedule for productivity. You're going to need how to learn to schedule for productivity. Third thing is you're going to have to learn how to organize and prioritize what you're going to work on and when you're going to work on it. There's only so many hours in the day. Next is delegation and empowerment. These are leadership skills. You're going to have to learn how to lead your team. And look, the number one thing that great listeners do is listen, listen, and listen again. Once you've listened to everything, the next thing a great leader does is make quick decisions so that you can evaluate the results and decide if you want to keep going in that same direction or if you need to make slight adjustments. So listen, make decisions fast, get your prioritization in your organization well done, and get some help. Get a coach, get a mentor, get a consultant. I hope this video has helped you in some way.